Hey everybody. So this is going to be a redo of the live hangout that I did. Apparently when you do a live hangout on YouTube, the quality is horrible. I think it was like saying the default setting is 240p instead of 1080i or anything, and then you can up it to like 340 or something. I don't know. It's in the 300s. So that's so I'm going to redo it. So as some of you may know by the title, or maybe you already watched the live hangout that I did. Sorry for the quality of that, by the way. My good friend and some of you guys' good friend, Kansas Hillbilly Prepper, passed away on Friday morning, last Friday morning. And it's very sad for me. Obviously, he was a really good friend, and I wish I had been a better friend to him. Those are, I guess, when somebody close to you passes, you always have some regrets. So I do, and those are my regrets. Now, a little bit about Kansas. If you don't know him, there are some videos on this channel. If you are subscribed to me, I urge you, if you haven't seen them, go back and watch them. The Stinger rifle, the Stinger Punisher Rifle Project. Stinger, just put in, look for the Stinger Rifle Project. Or Stinger and Friends. Stinger and Friends Rifle Project. That rifle project was for him. Now, and I'm going to try to keep this kind of short, but he had his own YouTube channel, Kansas Hillbilly Prepper. If you're not subscribed to that, I would at least subscribe to it, because we are planning on doing a Kansas and Friends live hangout there. And that's what he did. That's the main thing he would do all the time. And we'd all get together and we'd have a good time on the live chat. We'd always start with a topic of today's political, whatever was going on in the political world at that time. And it would devolve into, gun checks, or we're showing off what we have, or talking about weird stuff. It was just crazy. And Kansas would always throw a link out in the chat room, and we gained a lot of people that way, right? And this went on for quite a while. And every time we do a gun check or whatever, we'd be working on stuff, and we all had like ARs or AKs and stuff like that. And Kansas only had a 22, and I knew he wasn't doing the greatest financially or whatever. And I had just seen that Ebomi had done contest for an AR-15 and gave that away, and I was like, that's a really good idea, but instead of having a contest, I'd like to just give it to Kansas. And so I decided to get the people that were on the chat together and ask them if they could, if they'd want to be a part of this, and they did. And so they would send me a part for the rifle. And in the video, I would show that part, and I'd say, this is the Stinger and Friends Rifle Project, because I'm asking all my friends, what I should put on this rifle. And this part was suggested by this person, and it wasn't suggested. They had actually given it to me, but the whole premise of this is that I wanted Kansas to watch all my videos, right? And I wanted him to watch it, but I didn't want him to know that it was for him. And so he just thought I was building a rifle, and I was asking everybody about parts. But I wasn't asking him about any parts. And he never said anything negative about that. He never asked me why I hadn't, asked him for an opinion on a part or whatever. And so it was kind of fun, and I stole he had Kansas and Friends, and I was basically stealing that using Stinger and Friends. And once again, nothing about it. He didn't care. To him, I'm his brother, and he put me on a pedestal that I did not deserve to be on, kind of thing. You know what I mean? He was a really good guy. And if you knew him, you were blessed. Could definitely make anybody's day brighter just by his presence. And he was really a good guy. So we got the rifle all together, and I decided I was gonna deliver it to him personally. But I didn't. He still didn't know about it, right? And I told him that I'm gonna come up over there on vacation and see him on his birthday. So I did. I went there on his birthday, and I took the rifle, and I had it engraved. We had it engraved with his logo and the names of the people who put it together. And I covered that up with some tape, and I let him shoot his rifle, which he did not know was his. And that there's a video on that too. I don't remember the name of it, but if suggested, it's always in my suggested videos, and the corner of the video you're watching, as the best thing I ever did on YouTube. Click it up. It is heartwarming, because we went out there, we put some tannerite in a birthday cake, and he shot it. He got it on the second try with his rifle that he did not know was his rifle at the time, and just the joy and that he let out after he got that, and he shot, because it's a big, and he was just extremely happy that day at that point. Right, and we were all shooting video, obviously you can watch the video, and he had a contest that he had been running, that he was going to announce the winner of his contest on his channel. And so he did that, and that's actually in my video. You can watch it in the background playing a little bit. And then after he was done with his video, camera's still rolling, I revealed to him that the rifle that he shot was his rifle, and I took off the tape, and he saw the engraving, and yeah, that was it's special. Every time I watch that video, I've watched it a few times, and it always put a little whelp in you. You can actually, if you watch it, you can actually see me breaking down a little bit when I'm giving him the rifle, and it definitely touches me now as well. So Kansas has been, he's struggling with his health. He had been for quite a while. After I'd given him the rifle, he was able to go out and shoot it a couple times after that. Not as often as he'd like, because he needed help to do a lot of things, and he just wasn't able to, health-wise, get out there as much as he wanted to. But he did get to shoot it a few times after that. He had, let's say, last year, mid-year, he had a really bad episode, and he had to go to the hospital again. And so he was in and out of the hospital again. He was, instead of going back to live with his wife, he decided to go and live in an apartment, assisted living kind of apartment thing. And he didn't have any place for his rifle to go, so he actually had it sent to me to hold on to it until he got into his apartment at the assisted living. And so that's what he did. I have it here. This is his rifle. It doesn't have the green dot that's on it. It has some issues with that, but this is the rifle. And you can kind of see the engraving there, Kansas Hillbilly Prepper on that side. And then on the upper on this side is the name of all the people who went in on it. And there's a much better video quality. This is kind of a dimly lit. Much better video quality of this on my channel. So I encourage you to check it out if you're interested. Anyway, I have this now. His next of kin he had listed was his daughter Dorothy, and so she's taking care of the final arrangements on that. And I don't know, but I think Kansas would have wanted this to go to Dorothy. Some people have suggested that he'd want me to have it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, because I'm a very sentimental person, right? And I always wanted something that had been passed down from generations and generations, that I could look back and say, this is a family heirloom. And I really think this rifle should become a family heirloom. So I'm going to be giving this to his daughter when I see her. And hope that she'll pass it down, and with the story of her father, and how at one point a lot of his friends whose lives he touched all got together and did something special for him, and that really, he loved this rifle. And every time that we would do a Kansas and Friends, and we would purposely then do gun check, and he would get this out. He'd be like, "Yeah, I got it right here," you know, and he was just over the moon. This is, you know, it wasn't, in the grand scheme of life, it's not a big expense. But that, I think what it was is that friends came together and did something special just for him, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that. So, some things are happening. Dorothy, his daughter, would like to do one last Kansas and Friends chat, and I've been getting a hold of everybody whose name's on that rifle and everybody who used to be in those chats, and I hope that all of you will come and chat and share some good memories of Kansas and, you know, stuff like that. So it'll be good. It'll be good to get back into that just at least the one last time, and that'll be over on his channel. If you're not subscribed to his channel, go check it out, Kansas Hillbilly Prepper. I think he's in my friends suggested things here on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he is. And check out the videos on that. It should be a good chat. I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. I believe that we're gonna do some things with his ashes in Arizona. He's got, one of his daughters lives in Arizona, so they're thinking about spreading some of his ashes near a lake. And I thought it'd be kind of fun, and I think Kansas would get a hoot out of reloading some of his ashes into some 9mm. I would do 5.56 and put it through his rifle if I could, but I don't have the capability of loading 5.56 right now. But I think he still would get a hoot out of, you know, being loaded into some bullets. And it'll be a neat keepsake too if some of his family want to do that. I'll do a few of them. Anyway, rest in peace, Kansas. I'm going to miss the hell out of you, and wish I had called you more often. You know, I have had a lot going on in my world too. I broke my ankle really, really bad November 4th. So since November 4th, I've been in and out of the hospital, had surgery, been going through a lot. I'm just now able to put weight on it in a boot. I was going to do a video about that, but I haven't. Once again, I've been pretty busy. I'm living off grid, and this video is going to take forever to upload right now because I have to do it on LTE because our HughesNet is not working very well. But I wanted to get this message out there. I wanted to let everybody know, and I wanted to do it in decent quality, so that's why I'm doing the video. But I am living off grid now, and I want to make more videos on that, and I'm definitely going to be making some videos about you know, any service or ashes that we do with Kansas, and keep everybody up to date on that. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Say a prayer, and you know, he was, if anybody deserves to go to heaven, is that boy right there. All right. Peace.